Hey, welcome to the Bristol Small Business Show. I have with me today Shaun Crouch, and Shaun approached me a few weeks ago, and it was a really interesting conversation. I kind of like what he was talking about, but I didn't quite get my head around it. And between us, we went, "Hey, we need to have this discussion for the gang in Bristol Small Business," but we weren't quite ready. And then the adaptation grant happened. So, Shaun, welcome to the show.
Hi, Kevin.
You've got a business, Pragmatics. Is that the correct
That's correct.
pronunciation?
Yeah.
Yes, awesome. I love it. I love it when I get something right. So often I just miss that. And with Pragmatics, you're taking an approach that big businesses use, but helping small businesses adopt that approach to the systems and business integration and making sure that they're as streamlined as possible. Yeah?
That's correct. But the key word there is being pragmatic, though, Kevin. And that's what I found in business, a big business, is they're not actually pragmatic. They have this great approach, but when it comes down to execution and delivery, that's where things fall apart.
Absolutely. Now, Shaun, you've got a really interesting background. You've worked for some really large organisations and public groups and all that sort of stuff. So tell us just briefly a little bit about your background.
Oh, well, Kevin, I got a bachelor's degree in commerce, an honours in information systems. Started life as a graduate programmer for a large pension fund administration firm in South Africa. And from there went on to England as a programmer for a company called EDS, and ended up in Australia. Done work at the Australian Tax Office, and yeah.
Oh my goodness, you work for the tax office. Great. If you could just break in and delete my record, that would be truly awesome. But on top of that, really interesting background. Why Brisbane? How did you get here?
Oh, look, we spent 3 years in Canberra, and I loved Canberra, Kevin, actually. But my wife was attracted to Brisbane, so she gave me the ultimatum: we either go to Brisbane or we go back to South Africa, and yeah. Yeah, we are.
Happy wife, happy life. We're glad that you chose Brisbane. Look, I really love what you're involved in. We were talking a little bit about, you were using words like systems, enterprise architecture, and things like that. And I went, whoa, yeah, no, I can't get my head around that. So instead of talking in those sort of terms, let's bring it back down to English. Basically, where you start, you basically use. You look at business design and then you come up with the design of the technology to support the business purpose. Is that right?
That's it, Kevin. Exactly right. It's yeah. I mean, think of architecture in terms of building a house. You wouldn't build a house or renovate a house without some sort of a design or plan. And that's the first step, getting the design.
I've watched one of those grand designs where they didn't quite have a good enough design. This guy was left with a beautiful shell overlooking the Scottish Sea that he could never afford to finish, unfortunately, because he just kept adding to the design as he was going. So, and that's the importance of thinking the whole design process through before starting.
Yeah, exactly right, Kevin. I often, in my interactions with small business owners, I think they've spent a lot of money on things like websites and all sorts of technology, then to be disappointed with the results, and I can only attribute that to not planning properly.
Well, it's one of those things that it's not always not planning properly. It's sometimes a misunderstanding that, a lot of small business owners have the belief that if you build it, they will come. And then, they get this beautiful website built and then people don't come because there is just so much noise out there. And that's the critical element in what you're doing, is making sure that you're helping business owners understand that they need to start with the end in mind. They need to start with, here's a holistic view of what we're trying to accomplish, what you're doing. And in fact, you've got a three-step process that you have before you then go into the design phase to make sure that what they're building is going to work.
Yeah.
And?
Yep.
Sometimes I love talking to you IT guys. You're so helpful in these interviews, I've got to say. So the business design process, or understanding the business design process, what are the three key elements there?
Well, I'm sure you've heard of, what, how, why, and who. And that's the essence of business design. Should probably start off with the why, which is sometimes called business strategy. Why are you in business? What is your motivation model? What is your business plan, business model canvas, those kinds of things. And look, there's plenty of people out there that can help in that space around the why. The next thing is what does your business actually do? And that's sometimes referred to as your business capabilities. Your capabilities, what your business does, generally, doesn't change. It's fairly static. What your business does to deliver value in terms of services to your clients. The stuff that is fluid is the how. Your business processes and designing those processes. That's kind of.
And that's one of the things that it's so easy when you're stuck in the, there's, the old saying, hey, it's hard to remember why you went to the swamp when you're up to your armpits in alligators. And it's one of the things that small business owners quite often find is that they're busy doing, and then they sometimes lose sight of really what the whole purpose is, and coming back and having that pause and going, hey, what really is my purpose, is a great opportunity to then start rethinking about, here's my strategy about what I need to do, and then having that opportunity to get systems and apps and everything that can help fulfill how you deliver that service.
Yes. And I think you need that third party, those third set of eyes into your business, Kevin, because small business owners, myself included, like to think that we can do everything and we understand what, why, and everything. But when someone like yourself even just asks me some of these questions from a different perspective, I'm left sometimes floundering for answers. So, that third party lens, I think, is important.
And that's okay. That's my job here, is to push you on your toes every now and again. So, and helping us understand. And look, I myself found with the situation that's happening, I was pushing for these grants to come in. The grants have come in, and now I'm going, hey, great, I've got the grants live. Now, what can I do? I do know that 25% of the application has already filled up in just a day and a half. So that's pretty interesting, or 2 days. That's only going to accelerate, is my belief. So your business can help people by helping them look at their business. What is the objective? Understanding what it does and talking to them about that, the workflows and the processes, or the how it's doing that, and then why are they doing the current processes, so that you can determine, hey, are these great? Is this fulfilling the design of the business, or can you improve that? So then you can go and explore what systems and processes they really need to put together that you can integrate, so they've got a more awesome delivery for their customers.
That's correct, Kevin. Yeah, that's what's happening in big business. So I don't see why small business should be doing anything differently.
Well, we shouldn't. Yeah. So the thing is that big business, I keep saying it, keep banging on about it, that big business outperforms small business $2 to $1 per person. And they do that because they take the time to do this as they're delivering services, whereas small business quite often are busy delivering services, and yet we run off the smell of an oily rag. However, if we had better systems and processes, we could actually be far more profitable with a whole lot less effort, ultimately.
That's correct. But we have to be pragmatic, because you don't want to get into analysis paralysis with any of this stuff. You need to do, a quick, brief, sharp engagement, and then execute something, and then monitor the results.
And that's the beauty of having the opportunity of things like the adoption grant that we've got at the moment. That here's an opportunity to restructure your business in a way that's going to deliver better.
Yep.
And with that, look, if you'd like a chat with Shaun to find out a little bit more about what he does do, I'd really encourage you to do that. Shaun, you've got a link that you're going to put into the comments here to encourage people to reach out, have a quick 15-minute chat, and see if this is the right sort of thing for you. Is that correct?
Exactly right. I'm offering an hour of my time, Kevin, not 15 minutes. I'll give you an hour. We can have a chat about your business and how to align technology for it.
No, that'd be fantastic. Look, that's an exceptionally generous offer. I'm quite keen to take that up and make sure that we can look at what we're doing, because there are so many systems, so many moving parts, and we need to simplify it. So please, if anyone out there is looking to streamline the systems that they've got, work out how they can do what they're doing better, that is exactly what this grant is about. Even if the grant's over and you're looking to improve your business processes that will deliver more consistent clients and a more consistent result for those clients, speaking to Shaun is a great idea, so that Pragmatics can help you practically and pragmatically deliver an awesome service to your customers. Shaun, I want to thank you for your time today.
Thank you, Kevin. That was great.
I look forward to hearing stories of you helping people and working with some others on doing this. So thanks very much for joining us.
Thanks, Kevin.